Good morning. Welcome to Crochet with Nonna Rosanna. I'm Rosanna, and today is our book cover inspiration reveal for April, and we will reveal the book for May. I'd like to welcome everybody and thank you very much for watching and subscribing. I'm enjoying doing this make along, and I've got some beautiful, beautiful projects that people have sent me in to share. So let's get on with it. So, our book for April was Where the Red Fern Grows, and it was by Wilson Rowls. And the book was published in 1961, my birth year. So it's quite an old book. I had never heard of it before. And I read the book, and I got to tell you, I cried like a baby at the end. It was just so sad, but the whole book was inspiring, and it was set in the 1920s, 1930s, down south, I think in the Appalachian Mountains. And it was such a good read, and I'm so glad, Neva, that you recommended this book. It's something I would have never read. I believe it's a children's book, like a young adult's book, but man, oh man, is it a good book. And if you get a chance, if you haven't read it, read it, because it's just heartwarming. It's such a good book. They also made a movie in 1974. So if you're not a reader, you might be able to find it somewhere um, on the internet somewhere. Who knows? Like I know the U.S. has a lot of different streaming channels, so you could probably find it there. Um, I just can't say enough about this book. It really brought out my emotions. So I really liked it. So let's start off with showing some projects. I'm going to move over. That way I can make the pictures bigger a little bit. And I just love receiving pictures that people make and the inspiration that the book cover shows, and the colors are fantastic. So in the book, before I start, there's two or three different blues in there, some creamy colors, some white, some black, some red. And I took liberty with this book cover and went off on a different way, but it's such a good book, and the cover is just beautiful. I'm just looking at it on my phone here. I don't have any of the pictures of what I'm going to be explaining when they pop up because I edit in the pictures afterwards. So hopefully I do them justice. Our first project comes from Gail S. And Gail did a C2C blanket, and she did it in the 5-2 count. I do most of my C's 2C blankets in the 6-3. So 5-2 would be chain 5, and then you go back and you put in 3 double crochets, and the chain 2 is where you attach your next row for the angle. So it's a tighter stitch. It's a beautiful blanket, and she made it all from Red Heart yarns. So Gail, thank you very much. Such a beautiful blanket, and I love C2C. Um, they go so nice and easy. I did a C2C, but I did a pattern on it, and it took me forever. Literally last night I was sewing in the ends, so that's why it's coming out a little bit late today. And then our next project was from Neva, and she has a channel called Manic Mom Amusing, and she made this gorgeous poncho. I'm going to try and edit and get a close-up. I'm going to try and zoom in on the pattern, but I'm going to show both pictures if I can. If not, you'll just see the one picture. I'm not sure how it turns out sometimes. But Neva, what a beautiful poncho you made. Just gorgeous. And then our next one is from Meredith, and Meredith has a channel called Crafty Math Chicks. I'm reading my notes down below here. And she made a beautiful square this month, and it is made out of Simple Soft, Karen Simple Soft, and Premier Eversoft. And she usually makes a blanket, but she didn't get time. But never feel pressure to make anything. I just try and bring out inspiration on everybody. And Meredith is doing the square, and it's a 6-day granny square by Betty McKint, and that's on her blog. And she just started doing the square this month, so she's going to go back and do all the previous months in a square too. So at the end of the year, she can make a blanket, and I can't wait to see at the end of the year, and I'll definitely show it. So that is Meredith's square. Thank you very much, and it's an 8-inch square. Let me see. I think that's it. I'm just trying to read my notes. I try and blot out the notes. And then our next blanket is from Carlotta, and Carlotta is doing a ripple blanket, and each month she adds in the colors, and I believe she divides it by a charcoaly gray color, and it's just stunning, Carlotta, just stunning. It's beautiful. Thank you. And then our next is from Kathy, and Kathy has a YouTube channel, and I've got to communicate with Kathy, and she's a wonderful person. You should go over and check out her channel. It's called Yarn with Heart. And the first item she made were these beautiful slippers, and it's from, let's see, Aunt Maggie's Slippers, and it's free on Ravelry. And I will link everything below because she gave me the name, but can't pronounce it, so I'll link it down below. And then the next item was the Invigorating face scrub set, and it's from Amy Kate Sutherland, and it's free. It's a free download from We Crochet. Awesome items, and I know she has a gift closet, and I'm sure this is heading into her gift closet. Thank you, Kathy. And then our next one is from Deb, and she's making a paw square, and the pattern is Paw Coaster by, I will link it below, and it's on Ravelry. And she also has a YouTube channel and turns it into a square. So I believe she's doing squares each month for the pattern. Thank you so much. It's such a cute pattern. And then our next project came from Deborah, and it's another beautiful square, and she's using the Sirins Crochet Simple Square Stitch, and I use that every week on my my album make along that I do at Neva's Crochet. So it's the beautiful pattern. I really like it, and she's using, and I love the way she puts it. She's using it from her personal yarn store. And she's using Red Heart and Love This Yarn and Mainstay. And she's also got some vintage yarns, and it came from her mother's stash. And I think that's such a beautiful thing to be able to have your mom's yarns in your stash too. I really love that idea. Okay, I'm going to move back over. I hope you enjoyed that. I love looking at everybody's projects. Just going to move over a little bit. And this month, I just have to grab my bag one moment. Sorry about that. And I'm back. Just a little organizing on my side here. So I decided to make my own pattern, and I'm doing a C2C. And it's a mess now, but this was the pattern I designed. And all these lines are me counting as I go back and forth to get the colors right. And there's a few times that I messed up and had to pull back 3 or 4 rows. But it turned out really well. It's just, I colored in what colors I wanted, and the background is in blue. So that's my blanket pattern that I used. And I used mostly Red Heart, and there's a lot of ball bands here. It's a big blanket. I pushed myself to the limits. And the colors I used, the red is Cherry Red. And then I used turquoise and black. More turquoise, more turquoise, more turquoise, and then bright yellow. And the last one was just plain blue. So I used all these, and I also added a little bit of gray in there. And I had an Impeccable by Loops and Thread in the color Pale Gray. So those are the colors I used, and I don't have much yarn left. I've got quite a bit of the black left, and It is covered in fur because for some reason, every time I went to crochet, my cat wanted to lie right next to me. And when you're doing a lot of colors in C2C, they're all sitting beside me and they're all getting tangled, and she was lying on it, and she makes it more difficult. So that's how much I have left of my red. And this much of the blue. I think I had used a little bit out of both of these prior to, because I have a lot of yellow left. And I'll be caking this up on my new caker. And I used a little bit of white. So those are the colors that I used there. And I actually have no yarn left from this turquoise color right here. It like right down to the wire. I think maybe I had 4 or 5 yards, and I used, I believe, 4 of them. Let's see. Bright yellow, turquoise, 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 black, turquoise. Yeah. I used 4 of them. So it's a huge blanket. I'm going to add some pictures in after I show it to you because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it in the whole screen. So I'm just going to stand up, grab the blanket, which is right beside me, and hopefully you can see some of it. Let's move my chair over. So I just love the way it turned out. So that's it there. I'm 5'8", 5'9", so that's my wingspan. And it's probably almost 6 feet tall. So that's it there. I can't see. I'm hoping you can see it. So I really pushed myself to get this completed. Last night while watching the hockey game, we were doing this. So I know my grandson is going to love this. His life is trucks and cars. So that's the blanket there. I will put up a picture now, hopefully covering the whole screen so you don't see me. I'm in my sweats. There we go. So I'm in my sweats. Today is my first baseball game. And I'm actually heading out as soon as I make this to go pick up a new knee brace because my old one just got ruined. And this is our Gals logo, our baseball. And I love it because it's a girl with a little bit of a paunch. It represents us all. And tonight's the first game, and everyone's coming here for chili. So I'm making chili as I speak right now, and I'm so looking forward to that. So that's why I'm dressed in sweats right now, because I had my shower. I didn't wash my hair this morning, nothing. So I'm looking forward to that. So that was my project. I really enjoyed it. Excuse me, my mouth is all dry now. And I know my grandson is going to love it. So let's reveal our new book. And it is right here. And it is Out of Nowhere by Sandra Brown. And I love Sandra Brown. I read most of her books. And it was published August 2023. So just last year, not even a year. And the person that submitted it is Sandra Moore 9660. Sandra, if you can send me your address, I will send you a pair of my stitch markers. And thank you very much for submitting this book. It's a great book. The colors are fabulous. If you look closely, like there's blues and a little bit of purple and some blacks. Really, really like it. So I think it'll be a fun, and hopefully I can make like a masculine looking lapgan. I'm not going to do anything this month too extravagant, probably a basic granny square, because I know I'm pretty busy on the weekends for the next 2 or 3 weekends, so I won't get much done on the weekends. And summertime, I'm out of the house a lot more than I am in the winter, so projects are going to slow down, so I'm going to pick some easier projects to do on that. So I just started reading the book, and it starts off a little different. There's a mass shooting at a carnival and a fairground, and I believe we're going to be going into some of the victims, personal lives after the shooting. And I really, really like it so far. Like I said, I just started it. I'm probably, only like 50 pages in. So I'm going to enjoy this book this month. And I hope you like the colors in the book cover. and it inspires you to make something beautiful. Just like last month's, everybody's projects were so beautiful. So on that note, I'm going to let you go. I have a crazy busy day today, and I will see you for WIP weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.